that we do. I'm not saying that he's unnecessary or he's irrelevant, but Ben Crump is like a deadbeat daddy. He only come around when he can get something out of the mama. Let's be real. We seen this happen before with Trey Reed. Now that they released his audio and they already let the world know that the investigation is over for Nolan Wells, Ben Crump doing interviews on the Art of Dialogue. He's real comfortable. He made his money. Now he's sitting back, relaxing. There's nothing else for this man to talk about on a serious note. He full-fledged entertainment mode right now. So for all the people wondering what's happening with the Nolan Wells case, it's basically over. They may rule it a suicide. They tried to blame it on the alcohol before. Now they're blaming it on the water because he drowned. And that's the end of the story. Ben Crump absolutely don't want anything else to do with this. And I need y'all to listen at this.
Nolan Wells' independent autopsy was expected to be released around July 10th. But Ben Crump stated that it was delayed. I am glad the GoFundMe was not delayed. This brings me back to the case of Delta State University student Trey Reed in Mississippi. He was found hanging on campus, and his death was ruled a suicide by hanging. Ben Crump and Reed's family disputed that conclusion, and Crump arranged for an independent autopsy to be conducted. As of today, there has been no official public explanation from Ben Crump's office as to why the independent autopsy report has not been released. The report remains unavailable to the public. This incident occurred nearly 10 months ago, in September of last year. I am sure if the independent autopsy had revealed any confirmed signs of foul play, those findings would have been made public. But I digress.
Oh, Lord, this is sad, man. It sounds to me like they already put Ben Crump on the job before he get in touch with the parents so he could play the game and have them like puppets on a string. He's sold to the highest bidder. Before the parents can negotiate with Ben Crump, the people that committed the crime done already sat down and had dinner with the man allegedly. So he put on this show for the public as if justice is on the way, give everybody some hope, but that's the last thing on his mind, is getting somebody some real justice. And we see it's playing it out all over again with this Nolan Wells situation. And I hope this is not the case, but that's what it's looking like. It seemed like he done did it again because this new audio that was released proves a whole lot that Ben Crump is not willing or not ready to deal with. He should be all over this audio. This should be his main thing. He should be really investigating and investing into this audio. But he's not mentioning it. He's not speaking about it. His Art of Dialogue interviews are disrespectful. We're going to get into some of that. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. But without further ado, let's get into this audio that's been cleaned up and they could hear everything. And it sounds like a bloody, bloody murder.
It's either, I think it's, try that. Everybody was on this first. I know we have a membership like guaranteed. I don't have the tag on here.
Hold on, run it back.
Phone services our operators utilize when they're recording conversations. And so it was already split between the caller, the dispatch, and the callers in the background. And so that's what made it easy for me to isolate it without having to do much to it. So that isolation, when I separated the left channel from the right channel, that just made me be able to really focus on everything that was on the call end. And what I was hearing was I honestly could not believe what I was hearing.
Miss Janetta Brantley, isn't it true this is the same audio that was released by the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources?
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
Let's listen to it one more time.
Hold on, we gotta get. Wait. Hold on. Nope. We gotta get this right. Wait a minute. Let's set this up for the Satillac, man. For all the old school people out there, we gotta slow this thing down, chop and screw it. For my people in Houston out there, man. This that same audio that they released. They doctored it up before they gave it to the public. They made it sound to where you couldn't hear what they were saying for the public. Now we got the clean version. Where Ben Crump at? He need to be all over this. He don't want no smoke with this audio tape, y'all. He want to talk about any and everything but this dang on tape. Listen at this, man. We ready? Okay, go on, play it.
Already split between the caller, the dispatch.
This is the same audio that was released by the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
Let's listen to it one more time.
They said, can we cover it up? Oh, I thought about that. He's already dead. He is dead. Oh, no.
Hey, we're at the West Tip of Horn.
They heard all of that. They heard every last bit of it, man. And the lady on the call, that's why she was asking, is everything all right? Is everybody okay? How many people on the boat? She was listening the whole time. She asked him over and over, do y'all need the National Guard to come out there? No, we don't need the National Guard. We don't need the Navy or the Marines. Don't send none of them people up here. Just send the tow man to come get this boat. They didn't call for the ambulance or nothing. They was already talking about covering it up.
And our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut up! Shut the up! What'd you say?
Damn.
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now. I don't know the phone number. It's either. I think it's. Try that. Everybody was on this phone. I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. Or I don't have the tag on here. It got ripped off.
Wait a minute, man. So you mean to tell me that the audio was out and Ben Crump still doing his greatest Dr. King impersonation on the Art of Dialogue of all places? He can't be serious, man. He gots to be a double agent. I don't even think this man American. He got a tribe in Zimbabwe somewhere that desperately need his help, and he over here in America perpetrating a fraud. They need to cancel this man, especially if he don't say nothing about that audio. Listen to this, y'all.
There are a lot of sick people in this world. She's a nurse, and she hasn't gotten negative reviews in her career, but since she has been standing up and speaking out saying, we want answers. We want to know what happened to our son. Somebody knows something. We're fighting for our son to get justice. We don't think that he would just drown and nobody would see anything. And for that she's been getting attacked at her job from saying she's not a good nurse, that she's been getting negative reviews. And it's very troubling because it just adds to the trauma that they're having to deal with after losing an 18-year-old son and having no answers about why your son is dead. I mean, he was preparing for his football.
That's why the hell he hired you, fool. He worthless. He's supposed to be getting the answers. And he letting everybody know how pathetic his mama is, putting all her business in the street. That's why you don't hire for stuff like this, man. Get her some answers. The internet got more answers than he got. And he on the damn internet playing. Man, that's why if you really want to get something done, you're gonna have to hire some Mexicans. Cause this ain't the man for the job. This is so messed up, y'all, to where not only do I feel sorry for Nolan Wells, but I feel sorry for his mother. And whoever his father is, I feel sorry for him too. Officer Tatum's still at it. And he got more material to work on for the next couple of months because this has gotten completely out of hand. All that stuff Officer Tatum said about Ben Crump, I hate to say it, but I'm starting to side with him on this one because I've never seen somebody be this negligent towards his own clients. Listen to this.
And what I wanted to understand was, how does someone who's an African American have the ideas that he has, have the ideals that he has, and build a platform that he has? So I wanted to delve.
Let me tell you what he could do. He could reach out to me. If you want to get into my mind and know where I stand, you can reach out to me and have a conversation with me, and you'll get a better perspective. Instead of trying to Google me and come up with fake stories about me. Roll the clip. He had me at this point. Cool, that's fair. Roll it.
Into the psychology of how a personality like that develops and where it might come from. So it's interesting because if you look at Brandon Tatum's history, you have to first understand his family. His family are full of very, very successful people and very successful athletes. One of his family members was an All-American at Ohio State University and became an NFL All-Pro. Another one of his family, I think his grandfather, was a high fire department personality.
Y'all see what's going on online? Black folks done found a way to turn this into a Royal Rumble, a black on black hate fest. Instead of trying to get justice for Nolan, they too busy trying to tear each other's head off in the name of Nolan. They found a way to get it popping on sight. And if they see each other, they're gonna have hell to pay. There's some high school drama going on. And this man dead. They're using his death to bring disunity to our community. And I ain't here to preach, I'ma leave that to Ben Crump. But with this audio out, and people heard them screaming bloody murder all over the tape. And that's if the tape is real. Because you never know nowadays. So many things are edited. So many people are finding ways to make entertainment to where you can't trust your eyes, you can't trust your ears, you can't trust nothing. You can't trust the food. You can't trust anything right now because it could all be fake. But what's interesting to me is when they released the audio the first time, it was very muffled. You couldn't make out nothing. And it make you wonder, how come you could hear what the man's saying on the phone, but you could barely hear what they're saying in the background? And why was the phone operator acting so suspicious, like she suspected something deeper than what it was? She didn't want to get involved. She's just trying to do her job. She sounded very, very nervous the whole time. And when they released the audio, they had no choice but to release the audio because the company that they called is implicated in a murder. So of course, you know, they're going to try to cover their tails. And they did. It took for a sister, a black expert, a black audio expert, to break it down. This something Ben Crump could have did easily if he cared. When they sent him the body for the autopsy, it was already tampered with. He's supposed to be there before they even get the cutting or doing whatever with the autopsy. He should have been present, or somebody from his company present while they was doing the autopsy. They shouldn't have been able to send him a body with no neck, no organs and things like that. If he was really thorough, his ass would have been standing there with a mask and gloves on. And all after the fact, after 3-4 autopsies, he want to talk about what he's seen, and he could barely even read. He couldn't even pronounce the words on the paper. And people supposed to take him serious. And now that it's hot, now's the time for him to strike. Now's the time for him to lay down the hammer. He off doing blogs and interviews and things, talking about how bad Nolan mama doing. Listen at this, y'all.
What? No, we do not need that. Let me go look. Where is this? Hey, jump in and pull the plug while you're going. Take it out of here. Take it out of here. Hello. Take it out of here. Okay, what's going on? What's up? Hey, we're at west tip of Horn, and our ghost pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Hello! Let's go!
This bitch gonna put Khaled on it. She in there chefing it up with them auto-tune. And she shouldn't even have to be doing all this. She in her house mixing it up, working on that Nolan tape. She got the garage band laid out on them. She could hear everything that they saying, loud and clear. And they talking about how Nolan dead. So that means he was on the boat, y'all. And he was dead. What type of white boy wasted game was they playing? And Nolan couldn't keep up. Did he swallow an apple? What the hell happened? What was they doing? How did he kill Nolan right there, man? Was he trying to give him a lineup or something like that? Had him looking like Elvis Presley and Nolan snapped, or what was going on the boat? Nolan, the big healthy kid, did they inject him with something? Did he try acid with them motherfuckers for the first time, or what was it? Did he OD? They only passed him the blunt? They gonna have to fess up, because it's out there now that he died on the boat and somebody killed Nolan, and there's a bunch of witnesses and nobody reported it. And the jackass on the phone with them people, if he was smart, he would have went somewhere to where they couldn't hear all that stuff in the background. And that's what got me thinking that I'm not gonna call it a hoax, but the way it's unfolding, the way it's unraveling, it's very theatrical. Everything about it. It's sort of like the Scooby-Doo mystery of 2026 for the summertime. They waited until this time. Because, boy, I mean, as far as entertainment is concerned, what's out there that's going to pique people's interest? What new movie got people losing their shit? Who got an album coming out? Who's the sensation that everybody got on the tip of their tongue? The only thing going on is an old ass 40-something-year-old LeBron James getting paid $8 million for 2 years to play in Philadelphia to end out his career. And they would love it if people went bonkers over that, but that ain't enough. But with this right here, and it's looking like they could drag this thing. It's been July, and it's been a hell of a roller coaster. Now we're in August, and they're cleaning up the audio tape. Now they're waiting to see the next play, but I'm trying to let y'all know, Ben Crump already checked out. He did as much as he's going to do. When it get this sticky, he's not the man to pursue it any further. He will not be the man that persecute some young, rich, Caucasian kids. He don't want that on his resume. He not trying to go out like Johnny Cochran. Because if he do actually get some justice and some kids go to jail because of Ben Crump, America gonna go ape shit. Because it's Ben Crump. Now, if it was Sylvester Stallone as their lawyer or something, that'd be different. But a non-reading, wherever he from, I personally think he African. I think he one of them, just like them, all them actors be from the UK. I think he's an African man that came over here to perpetrate a fraud and get over on African Americans, just like the people that own Essence. But that's just my opinion. Listen at this, y'all. I'm not saying that.
Hey, we're West Tip of Porn, and our nose pump stopped working. We're thinking, can y'all please come? We have a membership.
Was them kids in special ed classes? Because the way they sounded on that audio, either they was extremely drunk, or they should have took a boat bus, like a short boat bus out there to Horn. They should have had on helmets on the damn boat, sounding like that. Unless that's just some bad audio, but they all from shout out to my people from Mississippi. The hills have eyes, man. We need to check and see what farm they was. There's some American Horror Stories going on here, man. Man, you wouldn't catch me on the boat with some dude named Bart. I'm just saying. If he ain't got a little sister named Maggie, his sister ain't named Lisa, he ain't gonna be on my t-shirt. Why in the hell was he out there with them losers, man? We about to spin the block. We gonna come back to that. There's some other stuff I want to get into. Y'all ready? Make sure y'all hit that like button. I want to thank y'all for listening. And now it's about to get real deep because I need y'all to listen at this.
An update on the Nolan Wells case and something I've been thinking about. By the time this investigation is over, I'm not sure everybody's going to believe the answer. And let's be really honest, because we're not stupid. We don't live in a bubble. At least we shouldn't. We know the history of Mississippi. We know why a lot of people, especially Black Americans, Black folks, they don't automatically trust the system. That history is real and it matters. That presence is real. And at the same time, the investigation has raised questions for a lot of people. The pace of information, the communication with the public, other aspects of the investigation have left many people wondering what the full picture is. And that's exactly why the evidence matters. The rumors don't matter. The social media doesn't matter. The evidence, that's what matters. Because whatever happened to Nolan Wells, his family deserves answers that people can have confidence in. That's why we're going to keep following the facts. We're going to keep asking questions. And we're going to keep reporting what we know and what we don't know as well. Make sure you check out the Lucky Lemon 7.
That's some good money right there. I'm trying to tell y'all, they caking up on Nolan. Y'all know he eating good sushi shrimp. Him and his bae. They got caviar sitting on ice, I guarantee it. He over there paying all them motherfucking bills in the name of Nolan. He write Nolan on the back of the check before he cash it. Everybody, they happy as hell. If it wasn't for Nolan, they don't know what they would do. They wake up every morning and give gratitude for Nolan. Everybody cashing in. The Negro Lottery. And Ben Crump got his money up front. Everybody balling, buying chains off the damn Nolan Wells. He the damn economy right now. Nolan feeding families and he ain't even know it. Oh man, we gonna move on. It's some new news that came out. I need y'all to listen at this because it's devastating. Listen.
The dismissive attitude of the Mississippi state and local authorities that I think brings these stories together. So let me bring in Deborah Watts. Deborah Watts is a cousin of Emmett Till and Mamie Till Mobley, and she's the co-founder of Emmett Till Legacy Foundation. Ms. Watts, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Talk to me and to Garrison about what it is like. What was it like for you to experience the loss of your cousin, which became such a public loss?
You know, that's a great question. I was a toddler at the time when Emmett was murdered, but certainly his story, his mother's pain, and the impact it had on our family was immediate. And
hold on, wait a minute. She made a career off of Emmett Till, and she was just a toddler when he was born, and she figured out a way to make a living. They still eating off of, so hold on, man. And I'm not trying to be rude about this, man. And everything don't have to be a conspiracy theory. It's a shame what happened to Emmett Till. And if his family is surviving or able to, live off of the legacy of that tragedy, then, at least something good came out of it. I'm not mad at them for that. But I'm just trying to point out the fact that this is big business. Some of y'all need to be careful. You probably got family that got insurance policies out on you for whatever amount, and they praying that your ass fall down the stairs or get hit by a bus or something. They think if they get that call that you no longer living, they might have a fucking heart attack because they're going to be trying to figure out what time the insurance company open in the morning so they can go down there and get their check. Y'all need to see this. Let me type this in real quick. We're going to take a little detour. I'm going to take y'all around the corner real quick and we're going to come right back. Just stay tuned. I'm about to show y'all what a double whammy look like. Hold on. We're going to get right back to Nolan. But y'all got to see this, man. Okay, there you go. Okay. This the point I want to make real quick. Remember when young Dolph got killed at Makita's Cookies? Now, the Makita's place was built off of the girl Makita. She lost her life. She had some type of disease or something like that. And out of sympathy, people, they heard the story and made the news. So they made a cookie shop in the name of Makita. So they've been able to live off of her legacy. It was a tragedy. A black girl lost her life. That ain't never no good news. So they had the cookie shop going in the name of Makita. And then tragedy struck again. Young Dolph died there. They started making dolphin cookies. Fans from all over the world was coming to order their own cookies, Dolph's favorite cookies and stuff. So they hit the jackpot twice. And it make you wonder, people sitting around praying for another tragedy, especially if they already capitalized off of one. And that brings us to Ben Crump. He's sitting around waiting for a murder. He got to get so excited when a tragedy happened to a black person and possibly by some white people. Now, y'all got to listen at this. We're going to get back to Nolan. We're going to spin the block one more time. Let me see if anybody hit the like button out there, man. I see y'all leaving them comments over there. I appreciate y'all, but Man. Okay. Without further ado, let's get into this real quick and we're going to come right back to Nolan. All right, y'all listening? Here we go.
Delta State University and the Cleveland Police Department say Reed's autopsy proves he died by suicide. Some DSU students accepted this information while others are still skeptical. Students on Delta State University's campus react to Cleveland Police Department's ruling of Trey Reed's death.
I don't have much of an opinion on the autopsy. I'd like to think that they aren't lying, but considering the history of Mississippi, it's hard to be sure.
On Thursday, it was ruled that the 21-year-old DSU student died by suicide. Reed was found hanging from a tree on the university's campus near the pickleball courts Monday.
The family needs to hire their own personal investigator. I think they need to do their own investigating.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who stepped in to represent Reed's family, said they are seeking an independent autopsy. Reed's grandfather said he is suspicious of CPD's initial ruling on Reed's death because they were misinformed by officials.
He told me that they found Trey Reed in his room.
Crump is also demanding that they are shown a video of what led to Trey's death.
You keep telling us what to believe, but you're not showing us any evidence, showing us any video.
Cleveland police say all files and materials have been turned over to the FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office for review. They add final toxicology results could take 2 to 4 weeks to complete.
If he really did kill himself, I hope his family finds peace. And if he didn't, I hope his family finds justice.
The Trey Reed's independent autopsy is being paid for by the Colin Kaepernick's Know Your Rights Camp Autopsy Initiative.
Wait a minute, Colin Kaepernick also paid for Nolan Wells' funeral, so what they got going on, man? What is this? They using this for their taxes. I want to think it's out of good faith and good charity, but it's some bigger business behind all this. It's like they praying on the brother to fall so they can come in like some vultures. And these boys don't never get no justice like that. Now we see how things playing out with Nolan Wells. This big business. I seen the same thing happen with Shanquilla Robinson. Her family kicked up some dust, got all that GoFundMe money, and you ain't heard from them niggas since. Oh my God. We gonna get back into this. Y'all listening? Okay, here we go. Come on. Yup, stretch it out. What they said. Yup. Uh-oh, turn that up. Put the 808 on that mother. What they said? Add in the game. Yeah, game. Uh-oh.
Back to Janetta Brantley joining us tonight, and she shows herself in that video showing what she is doing. What does adding EQ mean, Ms. Brantley?
Adding EQ is basically selecting a certain frequency of the actual sound and either deleting or removing a certain noise, something that's problematic to the ear, deleting that or boosting that. That's literally all EQing is.
What was your process, Janetta? Because I was sitting researching. It was early in the morning, like 5:45 a.m. several days ago, and I was researching the Nolan Wells case, and I saw the transcript as it was being played. And my husband was also up. He said, "What's wrong?" I'm like, if this is real, this changes everything. It changes everything. Because up until that point, it seemed as if Nolan's death could very well have been an accident. If this is real, it changes everything. It's seismic. What was your reaction when you heard these words, Janetta Brantley?
I think at my core, I was in disbelief. I wasn't cleaning it or enhancing it to specifically look for or identify a crime or even point the fingers at anybody. I believe I wanted it to be an accident. I think a lot of us wanted it to be an accident. So when I heard those things, when I heard, damn it, Bart, that name stood out to me because I hadn't even heard that name before. As I was listening to certain things that stood out to me, I was in disbelief because, again, I'm just an audio engineer. I'm not an investigator, detective, or anything like that. So when I heard a name that I wasn't familiar with, it stood out to me, and that alone made me want to hear what was immediately said after "Damn it, Bart." And so that's why in that process where "Damn it, Bart" came in loud and clear to me, I decided to go over to the next part to hear what the rest of that statement was, which is where you saw me actually create a loop over that part, split that part, and then add a gain, which the gain is boosting the volume overall. And that's pretty much what you saw me do in that actual video. And so to hear, "Damn it, Bart, Nolan's really dead now," that I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
Oh no, I gotta get out of here, man. Switch that up. I gotta go. It's time to go, man. Yeah, put that on. Ooh, boy. Now that's hurtful. Where Ben Crump at? Where he at? He need to get this. Why he ain't talking to this woman, man? What he doing? He ain't on his job. That man is a crying shame, man. What do he do? Besides make a fool out of himself and the victims. I'm over it, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. I gotta go, man. I'm gonna be out here riding all night. I can't even take this news. Y'all hit that like button for me. Oh, I can't do this. It's time to go, man.